Well, LeBron James made his much anticipated 2025-2026 season debut after, about roughly a month layoff and missing the Lakers' first 14 games. Yes, the Fraud King was in action last night, and he made his historic 23rd season debut, eclipsing Vince Carter's record for the most seasons played in NBA history. And the thing that most people were watching for was, how would LeBron James integrate into a team that has been playing pretty well in his absence, as they were 10-4 and in the 4 seed without LeBron's services, and for at least one night all seemed well. LeBron James did insinuate himself pretty seamlessly into the lineup, though he didn't score a basket for his first 11 minutes on the court. He ended the night with 11 points and 12 assists. And the Lakers got the easy win, 140-126, albeit against a reeling Utah Jazz team who has lost 5 of their last 7 games overall now and have dipped to the 11th best SRS in the Western Conference. So not necessarily a great barometer here. Also, LeBron can maybe take a backseat to Luka Doncic, but will he be able to take a backseat to undrafted Austin Reeves as well? I just don't know that LeBron's ego can withstand being the third option on this Los Angeles Lakers team. And that is precisely what he was tonight. Hell, actually, he wasn't even the third option. Luka Doncic, who leads the NBA in scoring currently, had 37 points and 10 assists in this game, while Austin Reeves, who is also top 10 in scoring and also top 10 in assists league-wide along with Luka Doncic. Yeah, Reeves had 26 points and 5 rebounds in this game. It was DeAndre Ayton who also had a big game for the Lakers, 20 points and 14 rebounds. So is LeBron James going to be okay being the third or fourth option on a nightly basis on an NBA team? Again, I think the verdict is still out on that one. Meanwhile, James, who was horrendous last year in the plus-minus department, registering a minus 54, and that was with Luka and Austin Reeves both sitting in the plus 200 range. Luka, of course, who played only in 30-something games during the regular season. Well, LeBron did register a positive plus-minus in this one, but just a +1 in a game where the Lakers were absolutely working the Utah Jazz for the entire second half. The entire starting 4 outside of LeBron James were in the plus double-digit range, and the first 4 players off the bench also all registered in double-digit positives on the plus-minus range. So LeBron, of the top 9 rotational players in this game, in terms of minutes logged, had the worst plus-minus of all of them. The only 4 players that had a worse plus-minus than LeBron were 4 guys who came off the bench in the waning moments of this game, including A1 Bronny James, who dropped a -7 in 3 minutes, though he also did hit a 3-pointer, so kudos for that, Bronny. Yeah, so it was all sunshine and rainbows in this one, and the Lakers do have 4 days off before playing this same Utah Jazz team again on Sunday. Again, I just cannot see that this is going to continue moving forward. Can LeBron James subdue his own massive ego and usage for that matter? LeBron James is 7th all-time in NBA history in usage rate, and Luka Doncic is number 1 all-time. That would be 2 full points higher than Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Can these 2 guys coincide? And look, Austin Reeves is also better with the ball in his hands at this stage of LeBron James's career. So look, in extrapolating it out, let's just concede, which again, I'm not sold on, that LeBron James is going to be okay being the 3rd or 4th option on this team, and also deferring to Luka primarily, and even Austin Reeves to a lesser degree in terms of playmaking and ball handling. Let's just say that LeBron James is willing to do it, which, again, I believe to be highly unlikely. But if so, well, what does that actually mean for the LA Lakers? What is the ceiling for this team? At that point, we're talking about probably a 3rd place in MVP finish this year for Luka Doncic, who will end up leading the NBA in scoring. And Austin Reeves right now Well, if you look at his player efficiency rating, value over replacement, and box plus minus, Reeves is right in the 15 range league-wide, so a top 15 player, which would absolutely make him an all-star and a fringe All-NBA third-team selection. So you had two all-stars in Luka and Reeves, a guy that can get you 20 and 10 every single night in DeAndre Ayton, and LeBron James, who is allegedly the GOAT. So this team should, by my math, based on all of those things, be the odds-on favorite to win the NBA championship. In fact, nothing shy of a championship should be acceptable for this Lakers team this season, but I just don't see it when projecting out the remainder of this year and into the postseason. You've got Nikola Jokic in the peak of his prime with the Denver Nuggets, who have been rolling teams early on in this NBA season. And Nikola Jokic, look, I'm not saying he's going to be the second best player in NBA history, but he might very well be right smack dab in the middle of a top 2 prime all time. Stay with me on this. What time in NBA history did we ever have this separation from the best player to the next best player league-wide? When you go all the way back to the 1960s, you had Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain. In the 1970s, even though Julius Erving was playing in a different league for half of the decade, you still had Dr. J and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. In the 80s, of course, you had Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. In the 90s, okay, there was only Michael Jordan. Tracking into the 2000s, you had Kobe Bryant and Tim Duncan and Shaquille O'Neal. In the 2010s, you had LeBron James and Kevin Durant and Steph Curry. Now you have Nikola Jokic and no one else. The separation from the best player to the second player right now is as pronounced as any time in NBA history ever, aside from when Michael Jordan was ruling the earth, and we are getting to the point where it is that extreme of a gap for Nikola Jokic. Yet and still, his Denver Nuggets look like only the third best team in the entire conference. I think by the time the playoffs start, the Houston Rockets, who are the #1 net rated offense right now, are going to be the second best team league-wide. And then you're going to have the Oklahoma City Thunder, who right now, as I sit here, are pacing for a 77-5 record. And that is without Jalen Williams playing a single game, who was All-NBA third team last year and All-NBA defense second team. Yeah, that team is beating others by around 16 points per game, and again, pacing to be 77-5 by the end of this season. They should only get better as they get healthier the rest of the way. So the Lakers, I don't think, could beat any of those three teams that I just mentioned. They're going to be in the 4-5 battle probably in the postseason with, it looked to be San Antonio, but now word comes out that Victor Wembanyama is going to be reevaluated in 2 weeks with a calf strain. Who knows how long that guy's going to miss? So there might be some slippage for the San Antonio Spurs, which in my estimation would give rise to the Minnesota Timberwolves and allow them to get into that 4-5 positioning. And of course, that would be a rematch then for the LA Lakers of last playoffs, when the Timberwolves smoked the LA Lakers in the first round. So there really is no expectation, even if this team gels the best way that is absolutely possible, and LeBron James insinuates himself the right way into this lineup, that the Lakers are going to be much better than a first-round exit team this year. And hell, let's just go ahead and extrapolate out and say that the absolute best could possibly happen for this team. They somehow, some way get all of the right matchups into the playoffs, and they shock the world and win the NBA championship behind Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves. Is that really what LeBron James is looking to accomplish here? LeBron is here trying to win resume points and stack up to Michael Jordan. With LeBron getting still his only 5th ring, still one shy of GOAT Jordan, as the 3rd or 4th option, is that really what LeBron is going for in terms of legacy points? That people can sit back and say, well, Michael Jordan won 6 as the first option. You know, you can make a case that Anthony Davis was the best player on the Lakers in the 2020 bubble, and now the case could be made that LeBron James would be the 3rd or 4th best player on this championship team. Again, I just don't see that this season is tracking any which way that will end well for LeBron James. But again, at least for one night, all is well in Lakerland, and for all of those LeBron jock sniffers and bootlickers out there. Guys, many thanks for joining me as always. Please do make sure that you like and comment on this video, hype it up, and most importantly, turn on notifications for me. And if you aren't subscribed, damn it, what are you waiting for? Click that as well to stay up to date with more from me. Until next time, guys.